3, 2, 1. What is up, First fans? Welcome back to another edition of Crowded Backfields. Yeah, I know. That's crowded in here too, but yeah.
With all these people.
That's right. We got a lot of peeps back there. If you like those, let us know. Maybe we can get one out to you coming up. We've got some neat little things where we're going to be giving out some exciting things to our fans just by subscribing. So look for that coming up here pretty soon. Mm-hmm. We've also got a few more things coming up. We've got the No Sweat Fantasy Football First Draft Pack that's going to have a lot of different information to help you go into your draft and finish first. So look for that coming up in the next week or two. Once we get it all finalized, we're working hard to do that. But for today, we're going to do the Crowded Backfield, starting with the Indianapolis Colts. Mm-hmm. So, with that being said, Devin, who do you have?
As my starter?
As your
Jonathan Taylor. How could you not have
right.
Jonathan Taylor?
Well, he is going as the 7th player off the board, so he better be the starter.
Yeah.
First round.
Yeah.
Middle of the first round. If you want Jonathan Taylor, you're going to have to pick him up.
When he was coming into the draft last year, I actually had him as the number 1 running back. Mm-hmm. Surprised that he, wasn't drafted as the number 1. I think the Chiefs really could have benefited by getting him, but I'm not in that business. I just do fantasy football. But yeah, he's so talented. The guy's really great. He was also coming on as the number 1 starter toward the end of the season. I think the only problem with that is he did split the vast majority of the season with Hines and Jordan Wilkins. And now Marlon Mack is back, so you just don't know where that splitting is going to come from. But even if he gets 10 to 15 carries, he's still going to be amazing.
Yeah, I have a feeling he's going to finish similar to what he did last year.
Yeah.
And his stats were 232 rushes, 1,169 yards, 11 touchdowns. He had 36 catches for 299 yards and 1 touchdown, which is a pretty good season. The first 10 games of the season, though, he only averaged 14 points.
I know.
A lot of people were frustrated, traded him away, dropped him, whatever, blah, 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 blah.
I was one of those people.
Yeah. And then weeks 11 through 17, he went crazy and averaged 27 points per game.
Yeah.
However, he played Houston twice, Jacksonville, and the sieve of a defense of Las Vegas. So that pumped up his points quite a bit. I expect somewhere in between. Mm-hmm. And, of course, Nyheim Hines is not going away. I mean, he's a pretty good third down back.
Yeah.
A good pass-catching back. And then we don't know what we're going to get from Marlon Mack. Even if he only comes in and takes 5 or 6 carries. That's 5 or 6 carries. Now, maybe he'll take Jordan Wilkins, or it'll just be a combination of somewhat. But I just don't see a high upside, at least a top 5 finish for Jonathan Taylor, unless some injuries or just something crazy takes place. But I think he's a safe number 1 running back, but I think he's going to finish somewhere more in the 7 to 12 range.
Yeah, no, I actually agree with that. I will also add that last year he also played behind Phillip Rivers, who is known for opening up the running game, actually. Like having those running games be very successful underneath him. Carson Wentz is not known for that. Right. Almost every running back under Carson Wentz is just...
So will that help him, though? Maybe he'll be on the field more and Hines will take a bigger step back.
I think it's actually going to hurt him.
Yeah. Well, we will find out.
Yeah.
Once again, we're early on, so we're just kind of giving our opinion on this. Preseason games haven't started. Training camp hasn't started. We don't really know for sure what's going to go on, but we just wanted to give you kind of our 2 cents of what we thought this backfield was going to look like. A little later on, closer to the season, and in our draft pack, we will definitely have that narrowed down and get you guys more information once that comes about.
Get the draft pack.
That's right. So... Thank you so much for watching this. We will have a few more coming out. We just did the Broncos, and you can click on that from our previous video. And we're going to, I think, do San Francisco next. So look for that to come out in the next day or two. Appreciate you watching, and remember to
finish first.
Thank you for listening to the FantasyFootballFirst.com podcast.
Jackson throws complete. Crabtree has it for a touchdown.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Get more fantasy info and check us out at FantasyFootballFirst.com.